Back with more Buffy. This is episode 10 of season 5, and I'm very excited to carry on and see what's going to happen next. We're getting quite close to the halfway point of the season, so I think things may start escalating pretty soon. Last episode was really enjoyable as well. We continued on with the whole Joyce brain tumour thing, the whole Riley thing, which I'm actually quite interested in. And yeah, I am intrigued as to where they're going to be going with all these different elements. And that Ben guy from the hospital is connected to Glory somehow. So there's a lot of kind of dangling threads that the rest of the season I'm sure is going to address. And I'm very excited to see where we're going to take things next. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I'd worry more if your mom was out of surgery quickly. Might mean that they couldn't do much.
That's true. Don't cut to titles, don't you? Bastards.
Your mother's going to be fine.
Oh, thank fuck.
You have to watch your mother carefully.
My goodness, doctor, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, but I don't trust it, because it's Joss Whedon.
I'm only sleeping over here so Buffy and Riley can blink.
No, that's not it at all. They just need time to,
Are you planning on seducing me, Mr. Finn?
Always.
How romantic.
You were incredible.
You were. Well, if a forest starts growing around the house, we're fucked. I mean, they are fucked, but you know what I mean. If Spike is outside, I swear. Ah. Oh, are you going to get another vampire bite? Uh-oh. You're gonna get exposed.
And I'm sure he'll come over later looking for a little Bible study.
It
Well, good.
came over last night.
I mean, just as long as the two of you are spending some quality time with the Lord. We are.
What's he got here in Sunnydale that's so special?
Well, I'll tell you, low-budget Harrison Ford.
Riley?
It's me.
Oh, fuck.
As usual, I'm here to help you, and are you naked under there?
Get out.
Spike.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I want to show you something.
I bet you fucking do. Surprise! Oh, someone's in the doghouse. And it's not the dog, because I don't think they have one.
Get out. I need to talk to you. I'm not in the talking.
How long have they just been stood there for in the dark?
It's the real deal. High risk, low pay, and seriously messy.
Wow, you're really selling it.
Central America tomorrow midnight.
Who ordered more chicken feeds? The ones we have aren't moving at all.
That's generally what happens when you cut them off the chicken.
Serious. Maybe
That's
we
a
could do
knee joke.
Holiday promotion. One free with every purchase.
Oh yeah, dear holiday memories. Merry Tykes by the fire enjoying their new Christmas chicken feed.
Aw, holding them tight as they fall asleep, painting their little toenails.
You can make them antlers.
I'm sorry, Willow. Thank you for making time in your busy life to come in here and get in the way of mine.
Anya,
She bathed you?
only in an erotic penthouse way, not in a...
Like, that's better to imagine. Oh.
Stop, I beg of you.
How can I not get mad at Anya when she's mean to Willow? I don't understand it.
They're willing victims. I mean, there are people out there who deserve your help who aren't.
Vampires are
Oh, boy.
vampires, and my job description is pretty clear.
I'm sure you'll get them next time, champ.
Oh boy. Bit personal this time, innit?
Don't kill the messenger.
Oh!
Why the hell not? Ow! Bloody hell! Oh, God! Hey. Plastic wood grain. Looks real, doesn't it?
Oh.
Don't think I don't know what's going on with you, Spike. Stay away from her. We'll do this for real next time.
Oh no.
You're not the long haul guy, and you know it.
Shut up. You know it. Or else you wouldn't be getting suck chops from two big vampire trolls.
I mean, you never want to admit you're not enough for someone, do you?
No matter how low you try to go.
How low can you go?
Sometimes I envy you so much it chokes me. And sometimes I think I got the better deal.
Ow.
To be that close to her and not have her. To be all alone even when you're holding her.
That was a really good scene.
You've been alone with her.
I think you need more than a minute, buddy.
This isn't time for tales of Anya and Xander's sexcapades.
Oh. Well, maybe we can go home and, have it.
Actually, I've got some stuff to take care of. I wanted to know what you felt. I wanted to know why Dracula and Angel have so much power over you.
You so don't get it.
I wanted to get it, Buffy. They made me feel something, Buffy. Something I didn't even know I was missing until...
I can't hear this.
You need to hear this.
Fine. Tell me what on earth they were giving you that I can't.
Oh boy.
They needed me.
They needed your money. Wasn't about you.
No, they wanted to devour me. All of me.
Lucky you.
Why are you telling me this? Sorry that I couldn't take care of you when I thought that my mother was dying.
It's about me taking care
Oh
of
boy.
you.
Take care of each
It's
other.
about letting me in.
I've given you my heart, my body, and soul.
You say that, but I don't feel it. I just don't feel it.
Well, whose fault is that? 'Cause I'm telling you,
I mean, it's good that this is all out in the open, I think. This is like make or break. I can see both sides of it.
They want me back, Buffy. We can't work this out.
then what? This is goodbye? You are unbelievable. You're giving me an ultimatum?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I mean, it kind of is.
Cover it now or you're gone.
I don't, Buffy. That's not
No,
what
I've heard enough.
I'm leaving, Buffy. Unless you give me a reason to stay. I'm leaving tonight.
So you are giving her an ultimatum then? I think it's unfair to put in that position, especially so soon after everything with Joyce. But I can get feeling that way, because I felt that way.
You're not gonna make it through the night.
Sure.
Walk away.
Walk away, yay, yay. Yeah, attack her with a bit of wood, that's a good idea. Ha! That was cool. Oh. Wow.
So,
Who told you?
nobody told me anything, Buffy. It was right in front of my Xander face.
Yeah, Riley
The guy would do anything for
opened
me.
up to
The
him.
guy got himself bit by a vampire. I mean, I thought he was dependable.
Dependable. What is he, State Farm?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you mean convenient. I think you took it for granted that he was going to show up when you wanted him to, and take off when you didn't.
Oh
Look who's
boy.
talking. Look who has Anya following him around like a lovesick puppy.
Oh boy, is this not about me.
Is she more than a convenience? Because that would kind of be a surprise.
If you don't want to hear what I have to say, I'll shut up right now.
Good, because I don't.
And think about what you're about to lose.
Ugh. Look at Xander making all these mature speeches.
Xander.
About love, no less.
Run.
Is she gonna make it? Oh no! She's gonna get there just as he leaves. Oh no. Look down! Oh. I'm actually a bit gutted about that. Even if it doesn't work out with them, I want them to at least make it right, but I haven't even got that.
I'm in love with you. Powerfully,
Aww.
painfully in love. You make me feel like I've never felt before in my life. Like a man.
Oh.
I just thought you might want to know.
This is how it like could have gone with Buffy and Riley. Damn, you've had a rough few episodes, my love. Fucking hell. Still no tears for him though. He did always kind of belong to that world, didn't he? Man, is that it? Oh. Normally I'd feel like we're definitely going to see Riley again. And that they'd at least like make amends if they never like made up properly. But when it's a Joss Whedon show and it's a Joss Whedon couple, I could easily see that just being it and we don't see him again. Because there wouldn't be like that closure there, because it's not like real that we always get closure on every single relationship. But for all I know, he's back in the next one. I don't think so though. If he was just going to stick around, they'd have just had them like work things out. So I feel like that might have been it. Obviously don't tell me if he comes back or not. I'll find out when I watch all the episodes and he either comes back or doesn't. But that did feel like something they'd been building up to for quite a while. Really since Riley told Xander, you know, she doesn't love me. Maybe even before that. But interesting. I am kind of gutted at how that played out. 'Cause she came back for him, but he didn't see her. I'm like, oh man. I mean, it's not like they're like my absolute favourite couple ever or anything, but we all know I actually like Riley. I know he gets a lot of hate in the comments in the videos, and that's fine, you know. People can hate Riley, and I didn't agree with everything he did, particularly in this episode. You know, I do think he put Buffy in quite the position there. But I also feel for the guy, because I've been the guy before. Maybe that helps with maybe liking him. But yeah. I wasn't expecting them to address it quite so soon, to be honest. But I don't know. If that is it, did he quit? Did he just get written out? I don't know. Interesting. Well, overall, I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I wouldn't say it's one of my absolute favourites of the season. I think it would be one of the lower ranked ones. I think it was just okay for the most part. But it also, we kind of needed them to like directly address what was happening with Buffy and Riley, because they couldn't just carry on the way they were. So it was nice that they did have a make or break moment while there was still time to like get over each other and move on, you know. So yeah, solid overall, but I wouldn't say it's like blew me away or was one of my favourites or anything. Where do we even begin, really? Well, I like how they kind of started it out with Joyce coming out from the operation. It seems to have gone well, which is good. And, you know, because of that, getting like the all clear, at least for now, that allows the story to kind of move on and do other things. Otherwise, you know, if the operation hadn't gone well, we'd probably need another episode of like focusing on the Joyce story, and then that would be a continual thing. But the fact that it went fine and the operation went well, it allows everyone to have like that breathing room, and we can explore other stories now. Otherwise you'd feel like, why aren't they focusing on the Joyce thing? She's still ill. But the fact that, you know, they've made it so the operation's fine and went well, it allows them to go on with the stories, and I think that was a smart move. So yeah, I liked how that started out. I liked how this episode really explored the idea of not having Buffy, and not being with her, and like the missed opportunities or the missed chances with, you know, having Buffy in like a romantic relationship kind of way. So we had that with Spike, and the fact that he doesn't think he ever really has a chance with her, but he's going to try anyway. And I really liked the line when he was like, you know, sometimes I'm so envious of you, it like chokes me, or something like that. And then other times he thinks he's got the better end of the deal, because Riley had her but didn't. And I think that was very true, unfortunately. Yeah. I think it's very complicated, really, like Buffy's feelings for Riley. Because she might just want to think that she loves him, or she really, really cares for him, even if that's not actually the case. Because you don't want to be someone who's like been by your side through your mum being ill and stuff. I know he wasn't exactly there for her, but all the time. But he did try to be. You know, he took Dawn away, trying to cheer her up. When he was there for Buffy, you know, he did try, but sometimes it was just family matters and stuff, and Buffy kind of had to push him away a bit, and that kind of made him feel even worse about things. So he was there for her during that whole kind of period, and she wouldn't just want to go, actually, no, I don't really want to be with you, I don't really care about you, straight after that, you know, after he's helped her through that. So maybe that could be kind of, you know, blurring her mind a bit to her real feelings. Because clearly, you know, Riley is completely enamoured with Buffy and completely loves her, which, you know, fair enough, big mood. But in terms of Buffy's feelings for him, I've never been able to truly work it out. I think Riley was right that she doesn't love him. I think she likes him a lot. And I think he may have been what she needed at that time, but she was burnt by Angel. I think Xander was right about that. And maybe that's why she was keeping him at a distance. Even if she doesn't realise that's what she was doing, I think that, you know, did happen, and that did have an impact on his insecurities and stuff, and that was only played up by, you know, her being the Slayer and her being stronger than him and stuff like that, and then him being like this normal guy. He doesn't have like all these chemicals and medication and stuff running through him anymore, and I think he wanted to be reminded of that feeling by letting vampires bite him, you know. So they had something flowing through him. He had like vampire venom or whatever flowing through him, and he got quite addicted to that, because that's the life he craved, and he always wanted to go back to the initiative, and he always, you know, wanted to belong in that kind of group, because he was always like the top dog when he was in that situation. We saw that in the last episode as well, when he called the soldiers in. So it makes sense that he has gone back to that lifestyle now, even if it meant leaving. And yeah, giving the ultimatum, he even denied it was an ultimatum and then literally gave her one like 10 seconds later. I think that was kind of unfair, but at the end of the day, he can't just wait around for her to love him if it's never going to happen, and there's a chance it will never happen. You know, he needs to live his life and do what he wants as well, you know. So I can completely see both sides of this whole Buffy and Riley thing. I think it's sad the way things ended, if that is the end. And that he doesn't know that she actually went back for him, and she did want him to stay. Whether or not she, you know, that's what she genuinely wanted, I think I'm still kind of unsure of. But she did, you know, actions can speak louder than words. Unless she's Xander, then words speak louder than actions, because that's a really nice scene at the end with him and Anya as well. I like the parallels between that and how Buffy and Xander were having that kind of fight, about the fact that maybe he thought, you know, Buffy was just using Riley almost. And, you know, he was just convenient for her. And then Buffy kind of threw that back in his face, and that's kind of how she thought Anya was to him. And that kind of made him realise he really needed to speak his mind, and he told her that he loved her and everything. And I really liked that, kind of cementing the fact that they have like a really nice, loving relationship. It's not just, you know, it's not just a physical thing, maybe like it kind of maybe was near the start, but they have genuine feelings there now, and I really, really like that, because I really like those two together. So that was really sweet, how that kind of made Xander realise what he needed to do, and that was kind of how it could have gone if Buffy had got there in time to the helicopter. So I like the parallels with that. I thought that was really cool, and just seeing Xander be quite, or at least try and have like a mature conversation about things, and seeing Riley's point of view, because he was probably the one out of the Scoobies who was closest to him. So it was nice that he kind of did come to his defence in that sense. And I think a lot of that did come from the fact that he's been there. He was the guy that loved Buffy, but Buffy didn't love him back. He completely understands it, so of course he's going to come to Riley's defence, because Riley used to be him. And I quite liked that. And that was another way they kind of explored the theme of not having Buffy, or not being with her. They had it with Spike, they had it with Riley, and with Xander kind of stepping up in the episode as well. Because he was the one who wanted her in season 1, it didn't work out. So yeah, I like how they kind of used him as well. And he tried to be mature. I don't agree with everything he was kind of saying in that fight with Buffy. I think, you know, he needs to see both sides. I don't think he did. But of course, no one's perfect and everyone's kind of blinded to emotions and things like that. But yeah, I liked that overall, and the fact that it kind of made him act on his feelings for Anya and actually told her he loved her in a way that Buffy never told Riley. I think the only time she ever said, you know, I love Riley was when she was talking to Angel in season 1 of Angel. I don't think she ever said the words to Riley himself, and the fact that she said that to Angel, of all people, I think is very telling that maybe she didn't really mean it, and she just wanted to kind of hurt him and twist the knife a bit there. But it was still nice to really see them kind of directly address this whole thing with Buffy and Riley, giving like a definitive answer. You know, is this the future for them or is it over? I like that we really got an episode really addressing that, and the whole idea like the vampire den, Spike finding out and then telling Buffy, very in keeping with him as a character. Even if he feels like he's never gonna win the prize, not that Buffy's a prize, but in his mindset she probably is, let's be honest. You know, even if he can't win the day and get the prize and get the girl, he can damn well make sure he has fun in the competition. And I feel like that was kind of what he was doing, exposing Riley in the way he did. So yeah, I enjoyed that kind of whole aspect of what they did with, you know, really addressing Buffy and Riley as a couple and what their future could be or should be, and will be. So yeah, I really enjoyed that quite a bit. I think that's basically it. I feel like in terms of like the plot of the episode and stuff, it was fairly simple because they just wanted to really hammer home the Buffy and Riley thing and bring that to, I assume, a conclusion. But you know, Riley is going to be doing what he's good at now, and that's part of like this government force thing and the army. That's kind of how he was defined in season 4, and he was trying to find his place now that he was without that. But you know, some people just go back to their old habits. You know, old habits die hard. So it's not surprising, I think, that he kind of found that path for himself again in a different way. At least this group's probably better for him than the initiative is. So that's something. That's kind of progress, I guess. But I think deep down, you know, he knew it's probably never meant to be with Buffy. And I think Buffy may realise that too. Despite me actually liking them together, I actually think they were quite a sweet couple. They had a lot of sweet moments that I really enjoyed. Some I was like, bleh, but you know, I think she was what was, you know, I think she needed someone like Riley to maybe, you know, bring her back down to earth a bit maybe, because obviously everything with Angel was kind of crazy and nuts and he was a vampire and all of that. And while there's definitely more love, I think, with Angel than Buffy, there was more normality and groundedness with Buffy and Riley, and maybe that is perceived as boring in a show about vampires, but I appreciated the realness of it, and the fact that not every romance is the fairy tale one. Not every romance is meant to last. You know, I think you learn something from every relationship you have. Not that I've had many, but, you know, I have learned from all of the ones I have had. I think they've all kind of shaped my view of things and changed me in different ways, and I appreciate every single one I had, even if some of them haven't ended in the best way, and they fucking haven't. You still carry them with you, and I feel like in years to come, I think Buffy might appreciate Riley a lot more than she might do now, or might go on to do in the near future. Because maybe, you know, I've had a taste of what a real life relationship could be, a grounded one, and a normal guy, a good guy. But maybe that's just not what I want. Maybe, because I'm the Slayer, I can't have that. Thank you for showing me that, Riley. And I'm sorry it kind of had to come at the cost of his heart, because I'm sure that's going to take a while for him to get over. So if that is it for Riley, I have enjoyed what he brought to the show. I thought he was a pretty decent guy. Maybe not the most interesting character, but he was a good guy, I think. And he made a lot of mistakes, particularly this season, in my eyes. But still, I'll come to his defence when it comes down to it, for the most part. And yeah, that's that, I guess, for Riley, maybe. If we do see him again, I would be happy to see him again. But if not, I feel like they did round off the character arc for him in quite a bittersweet way, which is a very Whedon thing to do. So, yeah. Overall, pretty solid episode. I wouldn't say it's one of my absolute favourites. It was just alright. But yeah, I like that they really addressed the whole Buffy and Riley thing. I loved what they ended up doing with Xander at the end with Anya, and how that kind of related and compared those two relationships. And I like that Joyce went, did okay in the operation. And yeah, solid episode, but not my favourite. And I am looking forward to seeing where we go from here. What's Buffy gonna do post Riley? I would be interested in finding that out. Unless he just comes back in the next one saying, nah, it was shit, didn't work out. But yeah, solid episode overall, but not one of my favourites. And I look forward to seeing where we go next with the rest of the season. We're nearly at the halfway point, and I'm excited. But the next cycle of reactions is all Angel, because we had all Buffy this time. It's all Angel next time. It'll be Angel episode 9, 10, and 11 of season 2, I believe. So yeah, that was that. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.